Is this about healthcare or political leverage? I want you to watch Hakeem Jeffries on CNN as the clock runs out.
In the United States of America
Leader Jeffries,
right now.
but what specifically could they offer you on Obamacare subsidies in the next 36 hours that would get you to agree to a deal?
In the conversation, we made clear that the Republicans have a position, and that position is that they're uninterested in addressing the health care needs of the American people, and that our position with respect to the Affordable Care Act tax credits is a permanent extension. And we're waiting to hear back from Republicans after that meeting as to whether they are willing to actually sit down over the next 30 hours or so and find a bipartisan path forward. House Republicans are on vacation right now. House Democrats are here, ready to do the work of the American people. Senate Democrats and even Senate Republicans are here in the Capitol. And it appears, at least to me, that a decision has been made by House Republican leaders, perhaps blessed by the administration, to shut the government down. Why did they cancel votes? Why are they on vacation spread out across the country and the world when we're on the brink of a government shutdown?
So Leader Schumer told reporters today that it seemed like the president was unaware of the ramifications of some of the expiring Obamacare subsidies, something that the vice president and speaker refuted. But what did you see hear from President Trump on that issue?
It was a frank, sharp, and candid discussion about
I want you to listen to the framing. Democrats want permanent ACA tax credits locked in. Republicans leave town. That's the spin. But if this is just about helping families, why tie it to a shutdown threat on the eve of the deadline? Now, watch J.D. Vance. I want you to watch what he says right outside the White House about Democrats and what they demanded first.
You don't shut that government down. We have disagreements about health care policy, but you don't shut the government down. You don't use your policy disagreements as leverage to not pay our troops, to not have essential services of government actually function. You don't say the fact that you disagree about a particular tax provision is an excuse for shutting down the people's government and all the essential services that come along with it. If you look at what Chuck Schumer has said in the past consistently, it's whatever our disagreements are, let's negotiate with them. Let's talk about them. Let's figure out a bipartisan solution, but you don't shut the government down. In other words, you don't put a gun to the American people's head and say, unless you do exactly what Senate and House Democrats want you to do, we're going to shut down your government. That's exactly what they're proposing out there. Now, we have to remember, they're very frustrated. They say that they're very frustrated about the fact that this negotiation has not taken place until today. But if you look at the original thing they did with this negotiation, it was a $1.5 trillion spending package, basically saying to the American people, we want to give massive amounts of money, hundreds of billions of dollars to illegal aliens for their health care, while Americans are struggling to pay their health care bills. That was their initial foray into this negotiation. We thought it was absurd. We told them it was absurd, and now they come in here saying that if you don't give us everything that we want, we're going to shut down the government. We think that's preposterous. We think it's totally unacceptable, and we think the American people are going to suffer because these guys won't do the right thing. Now, I want to make one final point here. You will hear a lot from Senate Democrats, from House Democrats about the fact that American health care policy is broken. Well, we know that American health care policy is broken. We've been trying to fix it for the 8 months that we've been in office. But every single thing that they accuse about being broken about American health care is policy that Democrats have supported for the past decade. So if they want to talk about how to fix American health care policy, let's do it. The Speaker would love to do it. The Senate Majority Leader would love to do it. Let's work on it together. But let's do it in the context of an open government that's providing essential services to the American people. That's all that we're proposing to do. And the fact that they refuse to do that shows how unreasonable their position is. I think we're headed to a shutdown because the Democrats won't do the right thing. I hope they change their mind, but we're going to see. I'll let the Speaker say a few words.
Translation. The opening ask was massive spending that voters never approved. With a carve out, his team says benefits people here illegally while Americans are drowning in premiums and deductibles. Whether you agree or not, that's a political grenade right before a shutdown. It would be really, really amazing to see these Democrats, these radicals fight for the American people as much as they sit here and fight for illegal aliens. And here's why the country is calling foul. Roll the tape, 1996, Chuck Schumer. Elon Musk actually reposted this.
This is an anti-fraud amendment. Over where we go, people say, well, why can't you stop illegal immigrants or others from coming here? And the number one answer we give our constituents is when they come here, they can get jobs, get benefits against the law because of fraud. And here, the gentleman from Florida has put together the most effective anti-fraud measure we can find without it changing the actions of the government one bit. And we find all this opposition. Ladies and gentlemen of this chamber, what I worry about is that this bill, which started out with good intentions, whether you agree with it or disagree with it, is going to end up being the same kind of thing that the public gets angry with us on. We say we're doing something, and we do nothing. Because every time someone makes a rational and small proposal to get something done, people say, well, what about this hypothetical, that hypothetical, etc. I urge support of this amendment. If you believe you want to stop fraud in immigration, you have no choice but to support this amendment.
Gentleman's time has expired.
Oh, wow. Back then, Schumer warned that taxpayer-funded benefits incentivize illegal immigration. Today, his party is threatening a shutdown while pushing health care terms Republicans won't sign. That's not my opinion. That's the contrast on your screen. And the public's not quiet about it either. TikTok is lighting up.
So the Democrats want to give away $1.4 billion of free motherfucking money to the immigrants for health care. And if not, if the other side don't agree with it, they talking about shutting down the motherfucking government. Why the fuck do you bitches fight so hard for everybody but your own motherfucking people? I'm sorry, those folks weren't supposed to be here to begin with. I don't really give two flying fucks. What about us? What about us motherfuckers who struggle to pay for health care? And even though we pay a fortune on our motherfucking health care, it still ain't enough. It still the fuck ain't enough. You still gotta come out of pocket for hella shit. Motherfuckers dying because they can't afford health care around this bitch. Are you fucking kidding me? You be dying and have to be motherfucking airlifted. You know how much that shit costs? I saw a lady post her bill. It was almost $60,000 motherfucking dollars. That's what we deal with when it comes to health care. Sorry, not motherfucking sorry. They gotta fend for their goddamn self. Help us, Americans, before you worry about helping everybody else. God damn. I'm sick of that motherfucking ass. And you know what? I don't even think the money going to the people. The money they want to give to the illegal immigrants, it ain't going to the illegal immigrants. It's going in their pocket. It's got to be.
Whether every number is perfectly framed or not, the emotion is real. People can't afford health care. And they hear free for non-citizens while we continue to get the bill. Why they get the bill? Why we get the bill? Then this hit the internet and poured gas on it. Trump posted an AI satire of Jeffries and Schumer, y'all.
Look, guys, there's no way to sugarcoat it. Nobody likes Democrats anymore. We have no voters left because of all of our woke trans bullshit. Not even black people want to vote for us anymore. Even Latinos hate us. So we need new voters. And if we give all these illegal aliens free health care, we might be able to get them on our side so they can vote for us. They can't even speak English, so they won't realize we're just a bunch of woke pieces of shit, you know, at least for a while until they learn English and they realize they hate us too. Look, guys, there's no way to...
The haters will say it's a... man, agree or hate it, it exploded. And right on cue. Because we have media outrage. Caitlin Collins asked if posting that this right here that you just watched is even appropriate. Y'all look at him cry about it.
We heard from the president late tonight on his view, I guess is how I would put it, on how the negotiations at the White House went today. I want to get your reaction to what the president posted.
Look, guys, there's no way to sugarcoat it. Nobody likes Democrats anymore. We have no voters left because of all of our woke trans bullshit. Not even black people want to vote for us anymore. Even Latinos hate us.
Is that appropriate in your view?
Look, I think sometimes the president plays with the press like a little boy and a flashlight and a dog. And he's shining the flashlight here and he's shining it there. What he's saying is this offer from the Democrats is ridiculous. $1.5 trillion on top of funding that they already agreed to. That what they're asking for is completely ridiculous. It's disingenuous. And then for the Democrats to sit there and blame Republicans for the plight of rural hospitals is just so wrong. The problems with rural hospitals would be their policy, not ours.
But couldn't the president just say, these demands are ridiculous, and not post a video with Hakeem Jeffries wearing a sombrero
Cry louder.
and putting that voice over Senator Schumer talking about people of color and immigrants?
I think he said that several times already. And then for them to come and not to make any really serious offer, why didn't they just say, look, let's just talk about these extra COVID-era subsidies, these extra subsidies that are costing some $35 billion a year. Let's make those just for the people who really need them. Let's go back to the original ACA and make this for people under 400%. They didn't bring a serious offer there. Look, in my estimation, Chuck Schumer wants the government to shut down to settle a political score.
Yeah.
So, where are we? One side's tying healthcare sweeteners to a must-pass bill. The other saying no hostage taken past a clean CR. Debate policy in daylight. Meanwhile, Americans are looking at higher costs and asking a simple question. Why are my needs last? Here's my stance. If your plan needs to shut down the pass, it's probably not the plan the public actually wants. Negotiate it straight, vote it straight, and stop pretending the clock is a communication strategy. I don't care if Schumer or Speaker, whoever, do your job without burning the house down, man. Definitely drop your take in the comment section. If you made it to the end of this video, let's put cry louder in the comment section. If you made it to the end of this, cry louder. Y'all be safe. Please go check on a friend today. You can quite literally be saving their life. Peace.